Author searches are a great way to discover the arc of a particular author's research. Author searches help when finding articles relevant to your topic, either by identifying articles that cite the author, which is called forward citation chaining, or evaluating what the author cited in their research, called backward citation chaining. In this video, we will show you how to conduct an author search, forward and backward citation chain, and identify the H index for an author. Forward citation chaining can be useful in science in identifying gaps in research or novel research. Backward chaining can be helpful in science when you're trying to learn about an idea or concept that is new to you. In this tutorial, we are going to look for past publications of Dr. Katie Bowman, who was the first ever scientist to put together an image of a black hole in April 2019. We are going to start our search by conducting our search in the Web of Science core collection. Please make sure that you are searching the Web of Science core collection. You can select the Web of Science core collection from the drop-down menu at the top of Web of Science. These boxes are where we are going to input our author's first name, last name, or initials. Over here is a drop-down menu that will allow you to search different fields. For example, if you want to do a keyword search, which is covered in another video in this series, you would want to select topic. For author searches, though, it is best to select author. If you do want to limit your search results to a specific date range before you search, you can do that here. But for now, let's keep it at its default, 1900 to current. For this video, we are going to conduct a search with a scientist in mind. Let's look up Dr. Katie Bowman, also known as Catherine L. Bowman, the woman who compiled the first ever image of the black hole. We want to learn more about her work prior to her 2019 discovery. In order to do that, we need to know that her first name really is Catherine. A quick Google search will usually help you figure out the full first name of an author. Let's type Bowman Catherine into the search box. Once you are ready, go ahead and click Search. As you can see, this search produced a relatively reasonable amount of results, and also highlighted the author names that matched our search directly in the Web of Science core collection. These may be all the same Catherine L. Bowman. However, we can use several ways to determine which author is the correct one. The first way that we can do this is by clicking on one of the highlighted author matches. This will show us all the results in the database that have Catherine L. Bowman in the author field. Based on what we know about Dr. Bowman and her subject expertise, we can then scan the article titles to determine if we are on the right track. These article titles all seem to do with imaging of some type, and some of them are aligned with the fields of astronomy and astrophysics. The second way we can find the correct author in an author search is to use the limiters on the side. Let us click the back button on our browsers, which should take us back to our original search. Then, scroll down the page, and on the left-hand side in the Limiters menu, stop where it says Funding Agencies. In a previous video, we learned that funding agencies can be a good way to identify how money is invested in scientific research. If we click the arrow to expand this field, we see all the funding that Catherine L. Bowman has used in her research. Sometimes you may get lucky. In this case, we can click the Black Hole Initiative at Harvard University, as we know that Dr. Catherine Bowman was interested in conducting this type of research. We can click this checkbox and then click Refine. This will then show us all the research published by Catherine L. Bowman with this associated funding agency. The last method we can use is the Analyze Results function at the top of the results page on the right-hand side. Go ahead and click the back button in your browser first, so we start with our initial search results. Clicking on this Analyze Results button will allow us to visually analyze the publications for our search of Catherine Bowman as either a tree map or a bar graph. The visualization is composed of the Web of Science categories, or subjects, found in the list below. Larger boxes on the tree maps or taller bars on the bar graph correlate to more published research within that field. If we want to view the records in the Astronomy Astrophysics box, we can then click on View Records. These are all ways to verify that the author results are for the author you want to find more citation information about. Let us click the back button on our browsers, which should take us back to our original search. Now that we've confirmed that this is the Dr. Katie Catherine L. Bowman we want to look into, go ahead and click the Create Citation Report under the Analyze Results link. In this citation report, there are a few key attributes that you will want to know how to find. It is from this citation report that we will chain forward or backward in an author citation and find an author's H-index. In a previous video, we learned about the journal impact factor and how it is a quantitative measure of quality. Think about the H-index as that same type of measurement, but instead for an author. The higher the author's H-index, the more times that author has been cited per the amount of publications they have published. If you want to read a more detailed description of the H-index and how it's calculated, hover over the I icon. If you scroll down, you'll find a table where you can forward and backward chain through citations. The default sorting method for this table is presented to you in descending order of an article being cited. We can see that the number 1 article, titled Imaging and Event Horizon, Mitigation of Scattering Toward Sagittarius A, is the most cited article as of April 2019. It has received over 49 citations at this time. If I want to chain forward and see who cited this publication of Dr. Katie Bowman's, I would click on the 49. If I want to chain backward and see what publications Dr. Katie Bowman cited herself, I would click on the article title and scroll to see the references list. Let's chain forward first. Click on the 49, or if the first article with the highest number of citations for Dr. Katie or Catherine L. Bowman has changed, click on the total citation number for the first article shown in the table. This interface should look familiar by now. It is a result list of all the articles that cite Dr. Catherine L. Bowman's work, titled Imaging and Event Horizon ... Sagittarius A. Let's click the back button to take us back to Dr. Catherine Bowman's author page. Now let's chain backward and see what Dr. Catherine Bowman cited in Imaging and Event Horizon ... Sagittarius A. Here we are brought to a database record for the article. To see the references, scroll down to Cited References. The articles, books, and publications she cited should be listed in alphabetical order by author last name. One last note, if you click on View All in Cited References page, it will take you out of the database record to a cleaner list. But also notice that on the right-hand side, even from the database record, you can see all the citation information for that article as well. Citation chaining can lead you down a black hole, all puns intended, but it can be a smart way to discover relevant sources to your work, follow the history of a topic in science, or understand the career arc of a scientist you admire. This is a more advanced form of searching Web of Science, but remember, should you have any questions, please feel free to ask a librarian. In the next video, you will learn the purpose of citation management software, as well as how to export database record data from Web of Science into Mendeley, EndNote, and Zotero.